Today, I thought we would go back and have a look at what an old world city looks like. And so I have found a book from 1885, and it is of Berlin in Germany. Okay, so here we have our book, Berlin. And this is from 1885, an album of 24 shots of Berlin. So let's see what we can find in here. Okay, so this is the place of Paris, it's saying. So this Geography Society of Paris. Now, is that the Brandenburg Gates? Maybe that's who took the photo. That's weird. La Place de Paris. I think that's the Brandenburg Gate, but I'm not sure. It looks like it. So look, I mean, everything is what we're told is Greco-Romano, right? The big columns everywhere. These triangular porticos, just so many things. The statues on the top, the facading, all these little intricate details that are all over them. The street lights, they're all the same. The black iron fence, everything is the same. These bollards, you will find these all over the realm, everywhere. It's all the same architecture, design, and society. This is the monument of the Grand Elector. Okay, so the Society of Paris is obviously who's taken the photos. This is a statue of the Grand Elector. So again, the statues we see everywhere, like literally all over the realm, they're all the same. They're all of the same type of people. 90% of the men have big beards and things. The women are all the same. They're always to do with water. They have these flowing robes. And you find these things everywhere, in the Americas, in Asia, in Europe. It's all the same. And just look at the intricacy, like how well these are cast. I'm guessing this is like a bronze cast. And look at the size of it. This thing's huge. This metal railing, this one's a bit more ornate, but you see this railing everywhere as well. The more common type is the one with the like the spear sort of head. It's like a fleur-de-lis almost, and it's got a spear head on it. But this as well, like, where did all this iron come from? Who was making all this stuff? Who made the millions of street lights? All right, with their little antennas on the top is some more antiquitech, right? This is an antenna. It's not a religious artifact. It's an antenna. This ball, as far as we can tell, that will be filled with mercury, which basically enhances signal, among other things. This is a resonator, and through the resonator you can fix, the resonance, the tone, the frequency, and then there would have been a bell in there, and it runs down. And so this, again, look at these columns. These columns go like 4 stories high. It's just ridiculous, right? This is the world that what our great grandparents lived in. Completely different from what we've got. Another one, right? Just these columns everywhere. You'll see these a lot too. These, they look like vases or planters, but they're everywhere. They're on the tops of the buildings everywhere. And of course, this one's a mud flutter. Right? Windows going into the ground. I mention this all the time, but look at the size of this light, how high it is compared to this cart. That's too high for a gas light, which we're told, right? They might be gaslighting us. Okay, so this is 1885 in Berlin, and look at this big eagle up here. Remind you of anything that came later? This is the Prince Hospital in Berlin. And again, there are certain buildings that are always taken over and designated as, government buildings, right? All the hospitals, post offices, the Capitol buildings, libraries, schools and colleges, insane asylums and jails are the main ones. You'll find they are all, wherever you go, they're all old world buildings, or they originally were an old world building that you know, because they do like to knock this stuff over to get rid of it, right? Because they can't explain how it was built, and they can't build it themselves. These parasites that rule us now, they're jealous they can't do this. So all they can do is create crappy creations that break and don't last, and are just not good to look at, not good for anything. And so I think that they just annoyed they can't. You know, they know they're not as good as us, right? That's what's going on, guys. We're waking up. This is the gallery or the National Gallery of Berlin, guys. Okay, we're not in Greece, right? I mean, look at that. You could literally pick that up, put it in Greece, and no one would bat an eyelid. Right, look at the size of the columns, again, statues, the iron railings, and what do we have here but big antennas. Right. And I can't zoom in anymore, but you can kind of see up there, there's little balls and things on the top of that. More statues, the porticos, you know, the triangular porticos. It's just all the same, all the same. This is the Chateau de Pont. And again, I mean, this could almost be a World's Fair. Look at these statues with the lights coming off them. Oh, hang on, maybe that's in front of it. Okay. Big double, and again, like the lights are always the same, always the black iron. These statues, right? They're always the same. Same kind of design, same people, same clothing, always white or bronze, and marble or bronze. And then, I mean, this is 1885. Okay, this is before we had power tools, before we had cars and cranes and diesel engines, and they were building this. And look at the size of these other buildings. These are huge. Now, we've got no people. And you'll notice in most of these photos, is that a person? Don't know. There's no people, right? 1885. Look at this bridge too, how big that is. And here, so, okay, this is one of my pet peeves. It's this light. Okay, 1885, they're going to tell us it's gas. So where's the gas bottle? Okay, you know, if they could squeeze one inside here, it wouldn't be big enough to keep two lights going very long. So where's the gas coming from? Are the pipes under the ground here? And how did they all get changed to electricity when this is on a bridge? Right, this is on a bridge. You got to get the pipes out here to supply it with the fuel. And then they all just magically change to electric lights. So something very strange going on with these lights.